Hello, good morning. Warm welcome to your My Investment Mastery series. And today the topic for discussion is financial security. And I'm going to begin right here, right now on that. So begin joining everybody and join in soon while I get started. Okay. And whenever you notice I'm looking down, I'm looking at the notes that I have written for you. So, I was thinking, and one of the building blocks that I was thinking of happiness is having strong personal relationships. Like when you have good, extraordinary personal relationships, you really draw a lot of happiness into your lives. And then, taking from the last decoding that we did, I saw that one of the major causes, which I am hearing among community members, that I've been in this work for 10 plus years. And constantly for thousands of women that I've been talking with, many of them report that one of the major causes for breakups in any relationships is finance. So couples fighting about money, siblings fighting about money, people fighting about money. So, I just thought that this is not just restricted to India. This is more universal, right? Fighting about money is becoming one of the major causes of, breakups. So I thought, and also, I saw that, some of us feel that, fighting about money happens only in households where there is low income or where there is not enough income. But that is not so. Right? That's not really so, because I've seen couples really making, both of them, a lot of money and yet fighting over money. So, then I thought that, it is critical that today we begin to understand money and we get that, money itself may not make you happy. But, a lot of research has shown that if you have control over it, okay, if you manage it well, then, you will actually save yourself from being very unhappy. So, there is a professor called Professor Cummins, and I was reading about him and his research team and what they've come up with. And he said something so profound, and I'm quoting him here. He said that financial insecurity produces feelings of those of physical torture. I'm repeating it. So what he's saying and his research team are saying is that financial insecurity produces similar feelings to those of physical torture. So his survey has found that low income earners, who are in control, like they may be low income earners, but if they are in control of their finances, they are far happier than those people who are earning substantially more, but they are not in control of their finances. So having control on your finances contributes significantly to your happiness, irrespective of how much you make. And today I thought that, let me bring this aspect of financial security to you and see what you think. Over time, I'll tell you, one of our community members, she joined us a couple of years ago. At that point, she told me that, her husband has walked out on her. Her children had walked out on her. The children and the husband left massive amount of loans on her, which she had to repay. With all this financial burden that she had, after doing the Money Gym program, she was beaming with energy. Why? Because she had an absolute handle on her finances. She had an absolute control over her finances. So, this, while I was writing what I was writing for this investment mastery, it got me to this profound distinction that financial security is not having a lot of money. Financial security actually is when you have control over your finances. And whether you are whether you're earning 1 lakh or 50,000, it just becomes less and less significant with more control and system that you build in your life. So, what I want to say is that what we need to get is that financial security is a sense of achieving financial control. It's a sense of taking charge. So, you don't have to wait until you pay all the credit cards, until you pay off all your home loan, until you buy that house, until you save enough for retirement. So you don't have to wait for anything to build that financial security for yourself. If you've built a system in your life, if you're following that system, get that each day you're moving towards prosperity. You're enhancing your financial security each day. And that is what will bring about freedom. So, a couple of last lines that I want to say, that, you achieve a little bit of financial security the day you decide to take charge, the day you decide to take control of your finances. So, and what I also want to say is, once you've learned the basics of finances, once you've built a system for your finances, it's a lot of common sense that comes to play. We may think it is all about knowledge and having enough information. Trust you me, with 16 years of creating wealth, I can give this in writing, okay? You can catch my collar for that. That once you've built a system and you've learned the basics, the rest is all common sense. So, have a financial plan that is realistic, based on your goals. Now, I'm not saying that the goals need to be realistic, but you got to have a financial reality check with that plan, because my mentor used to say that when plan hits reality, Priyanka, reality always wins. So have a financial plan, have a financial reality check of that plan. And then you will notice that your anxiety, financial stress will disappear. You will be feeling financially secure right now with that system that Money Gym is, irrespective of what your actual financial situation is. So you got to have a plan, you got to execute the plan, you got to make things happen with your hard work, dedication, focus, energy, and know that it works. Start typing, everybody. What are you taking away? What are you learning? What are you understanding? Okay. I'm loving what people are creating here. So Ritu, Ishika, Ashna, Diksha, Mukta, Lara, Kaveri, Maya, Abha, Pooja, Garima, Savita, good morning everybody. Kaveri saying perspective. From childhood, inculcate that money is a tool, a promissory note. It is neither evil or good on its own. Use it to help, but don't let it use you to break you. Attaching too much or too little importance to it causes problems. Free-flowing, easy discussions between family members helps keep things under control and honest, I think. Got that, Kaveri? I love that. Maya is creating, I loved what you said, Priyanka, that the amount you earn is not as important as having control on your finances. Absolutely, Maya. Got it. Ritu, plans give direction to life. Yes, and financial plan gives direction to your money life. Everybody keep writing. What are you getting? What are you understanding today? What are you taking away? Kaveri is saying no harm in dreaming big. Yes. And, I want to add here, no harm in dreaming big, and let us really encourage each other's dreams. Because if we don't encourage each other's dreams, who will? So no harm in dreaming big. If you can't even dream it, you haven't even started. Yes, bingo. Pooja is saying, yes, Priyanka, we definitely see the changes in our finances the day we join Money Gym. It really does magic to your finances and you see yourself growing. Got that? Loads of love. Thank you, Pooja. Mukta is saying, I am living this as you speak. So agree with what you are saying, that following a system and having control on your finances makes all the difference. Yes, it's the journey that counts. Mukta, this is big and brilliant. Thank you. Anybody, anything else you want to say before we close today? And this is the beginning of the investment mastery. Let me tell you, let me assure you, this is where the mastery really begins. Garima is saying, love it, encourage dreams. Yeah. Biggest things take control, not the guilt trips. Control brings a sense of relief. Got that, Garima? You know, one of my mentors, I was speaking with him yesterday. And he said, you know, he gave me an example, Garima, on encouraging your dreams. So say here are, you know, here's a child and his or her parents are continuously telling him or her that, hey, don't dream too big, be realistic, okay, be logical. And here is somebody else, you know, earlier when, you know, the child is really small, he or she will really listen in and suppress. And then say a little later in life, he or she will meet a stranger who will encourage his or her dreams. Who is likely to be more attractive? Think about it. I trust you know the answer. It's the stranger, of course. The one who's going to be really attractive and sticky because he is encouraging your dreams. Okay, Divya, you're saying one see a lot of change in herself when you have control on your finances and you have a financial plan. Absolutely, Divya. And can you see that in yourself? On this note, I'm closing this live, everybody. Thank you for participating. Thank you for coming in and taking charge. Keep coming back. And know this is your tribe. This is your platform and this is your space to grow. And each one of you has the freedom and the encouragement here to make sure you dream and fulfill those financial dreams. Take charge, stay safe. I see you tomorrow for the decoding of the Economic Times newspaper. And if you're benefiting from each live that I'm doing with you in contribution to you, make sure you pass this contribution on. Pass the videos on to a woman who may need it. You may not know who needs it. Just pass it on. Who knows who is waiting for her financial skill building? I trust you really refer Women on Wealth and help it reach the mission of 50 lakh women wealth creators by 2030. Take charge. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye.